It's a cold afternoon in the city of Lagos as the rains came down this morning and into the early hours of the afternoon. But that doesn't mean that we wouldn't come here, come rain, come shine. We will be here to bring to you the program New Day on NTA2 Lagos Center. My name is Ivan Dugan. It hasn't changed and it wouldn't change even for all the billions in the world. It's my pleasure to bring the show to you today. And I'm not alone in the studio. Like always, I have my partner, Tunbosun Gilbert. Tunbosun, great to have you.
Okay, you said even if we give you billions.
Billions, I would.
Are you sure?
Yes, I would.
Really? So if I give you $100 billion,
I can get $100 billion.
On your own?
Get it on my own.
All right, let's get to that bridge. And let's see whether sentence wouldn't change.
It wouldn't change that.
Okay, imagine if you marry a woman, probably the richest woman in the world.
Okay.
And she's like, you're going to get married to me, you have to change your name.
There's no marriage. No marriage will take place.
Really?
Yes.
Niger boy like you.
No, I'm mixed breed. Come on. I'm a half caste.
Okay, good to have you with us. My name is Tunbosun Gilbert. Thank you for joining me. You know, recently I've been listening to lots of songs from Passenger, and he always has this punchline. There's one I heard today. He said, life is for the living. So you better live it or you're better off dead. So are you living your life or you're dead but you're still living? Think about that. The program is New Day, the voice of the new generation. Welcome.
And that's a very tough one, Tunbosun. What Passenger said. You know, I've listened to his music over the years and he's a very, very good musician. But quickly, Tunbosun, what are your plans for the weekend?
This weekend, you don't want to know.
Okay, fantastic. We don't want to know, but I'm pretty sure you will tell us right after this break.
Wanna be in the know? Tune to the show. It's called New Day, now in your zone. Touching the work and career. Ends up in the play zone. Take luck to entertain. Inspired to make you feel at home. And it's all about you. It's all about you. New Day. New Day. This is the New Day. New Day. It's a new day.
Mọ́mí Bọ́láńlé ẹ káàárọ̀. Ìyá Kúdí ẹ káàárọ̀ customer.
Make we dey always follow our conscience because e dey tell us the correct thing.
I suppose sabi wetin good.
Do the right thing. Let's change the way we think.
The 8th edition of the Sarah's 2014.
Professionals from different fields of work and heads of different companies recently came under one roof in Lagos. It is the 8th Sarah Corporate Social Responsibility Award Night, and organizations as well as individuals gathered to celebrate improved ways of doing things, which affect quality of life.
Nigerian Breweries is in many levels involved in corporate social responsibility and sustainability. That ranges from local sourcing, energy management, water management, CO2 management, community management. It is part of us being embedded in society, and we think it is an important part of all our operations.
The BATN Foundation has been in existence for over 10 years. Recently, we've modified our strategies to focus on sustainable agriculture, where we're working with smallholder farmers and building them up from subsistence farming to commercialized farming, but having more of a market-led approach. The idea is that they already have the market before they start farming, so that they're farming to certain specifications. That way we can effectively increase their income and then move them out of the poverty situation as well.
Lafarge is a company that stays there for a long time because we are investing in the country. We're mining limestone, so we want to be here for 50 years. So sustainability is a big part of what we feel our difference compared to some of our competition. Well, what we do is that each of our quarry has a rehabilitation plan. So as we mine it, we reclaim the land, we put back forest, trees, we replant things so that whenever we leave, actually the quarry is almost in better shape than when we used it before. So
it was an evening that had been planned to recognize companies that put extra effort and resources into conducting their businesses in ways that sustain the environment and supporting locals within host communities where they operate.
And live forever. You might be a stranger, but it don't matter, no. Let yourself know. Take my hands, we can be warmer. In this cold dark night, my brother.
The event also honored certain individuals who promote sustainability and contribution to the people's development.
I am a reporter with the Niche newspaper. I've been in journalism for the past 8 years. I was pitched against one of the best in our industry, the likes of Rahim Akingbolu of this day, Adedeji Ademebuji of The Nation, and I won.
I'm very happy because the Sarah Awards is a recognition of our hard work with respect to sustainability in our organization and also in Nigeria. Under Building a Better Future, we have 4 focus areas. One which is protecting water resources, reducing carbon emission, sourcing sustainably, and advocating responsible consumption of alcohol.
With one recipient company going away with up to 9 awards, organizers of the event are charged and ready to encourage more partnerships that are people and environment friendly.
The thing that spurred me into the Sarah Awards is the very simple fact that we believe that the future of our surviving as a planet has a lot to do with how companies contribute solutions to the polity. If there are going to be new solutions to anything at all, we have to do something, and that thing is to bring the public and the private sector. The public sector provides you a solid foundation of regimen and processes, but the private sector provides you with a bedrock for innovation. And that is why if you look at what you call the public-private partnership to drive development as depicted by the United Nations itself, that seeks to bring these two components together to make a difference to the world.
Welcome back to the show. What you just saw there was This is Lagos segment, and we were at the 8th Sarah Awards that took place at the Museum Center. Fantastic event it was. Companies, individuals being rewarded for their hard work in making sure that the human development in Nigeria is sustainable and gets to greater heights. Tunbosun.
Yeah, and someday very soon, I hope to get an award there.
Oh, fantastic. I like that.
Or you want to begin to beef me?
No, I cannot beef you. I will help you get the award as well.
Right.
Well, don't forget, it's still New Day, and in order for you to make your contributions head on the show, all you have to do is go to our social media handles. Our handle is www.facebook.com/NewDayTvShow, and on Twitter is twitter.com/@NewDayTvShow. So send in your contributions and make the show richer, and you'll be sure that we'll read it out here on air. And Tunbosun, quickly, let's go back to Tuesday. We have a competition word for the day.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you saw some sentences that really
Some made
were
me
quite
laugh.
catchy.
Some made me buckle up.
Okay. So you saw something that made you buckle up. That was
Yes,
fantastic,
yes.
you know. But you know, for the word of the day on Tuesday, we gave out letters that needed to be filled to make a word. And the word for Tuesday was character. And yes, we have a winner. The winner is Benis. Benis all the way from Maja. She sent it to our Twitter handle. And her sentence is this: intelligence without good character equals to naught. Fantastic sentence. Because you can be as brilliant as King, and if you don't have the good character to lead you to Tunbosun, there's no way you're going to.
Exactly. Very inspiring as well.
Oh yeah, it's inspiring. And we're on the show as well to inspire you out there to go out and aspire your desires. So it's a new day, the voice of a new generation. And it's the wind down edition today, Tunbosun, and I can see you're all looking set to wind down in style.
All set for the weekend.
All set.
Put it in. Okay, it's time to let you know what we're having today on New Day, the voice of the new generation. Let me give you the program rundown. First, we're starting with the footprint segment. I don't know how best to introduce her because she's been everywhere apart from NTA, but she said she's been here a long time ago.
Well, she's here now.
But she's here now.
That's what
we have
matters.
Kiki Kamanu. I'm sure that name rings a bell. When you think of beautiful designs, then you have to think of Kiki Kamanu. She's blushing. Yes, she should. Oh, she's white in my own version. And I'm following closely after the footprint segment is the creative edge segment. This time around, what we have for you, I call it mind-blowing because it doesn't matter what you're going through. You really have the talent in you to be very creative.
Definitely. And on today's edition as well, we have a new segment called People in Entertainment. It will come to you once every 2 weeks. And on today's edition, Tunbosun and our listeners, our viewers out there, we have a musician. He's the best known as
Don't tell them yet.
No, let's give them a tip of the iceberg. Come on.
Okay, go ahead.
You know, I sometimes keeping people in suspense. It's not really good. You know, he's known as the Surulere crooner. If you know what I mean, don't worry, stay tuned. We have him up for you on the show. And later on, we have the most popular, well, okay, I call it the most popular because I love it. It's the He Said, She Said segment where we talk about different things concerning relationships. And today's edition of the show, we have a fantastic topic to discuss about. Tunbosun, can you share your ATM pin with your partner?
I know your answer. I know my answer.
You don't know my answer, Tunbosun. You don't know my answer, and I won't let you know my answer till we get to that segment on the show.
Okay. Well, if you're just joining us, it's New Day, the voice of the new generation. And you're right on time because it's time for us to introduce to you Kiki. Should I use the word introduce? You've been introduced everywhere. On Twitter, Lagos Fashion Week, everywhere. Even on CNN. Like, seriously, it's nice to have you with us, Kiki.
Thank you so much.
And you're looking very beautiful.
Thank you. I'm trying to copy you.
Like, seriously.
I am. It's not easy, but I'm trying to copy you.
Okay, so I'm not being copied, right?
Tomorrow.
I love your shoes. Did you design them as well?
Sort of, kind of, actually. I got them in Sofia, Bulgaria, and then I amended them to make them more Kiki.
Because I was about to say, though it looks a bit of derelict, but then I can still see.
Yeah, Denrele is very Kiki. He is very me. Yeah, we're together. We're like this.
It's good to have you with us once again. So the very first question, I'm sure they've asked you almost everywhere. Your artistic influence. Where does it come from, and when did you start making clothes?
Oh boy, I'm inspired by everything. It could be someone that I see walking along the street, something I see on TV. It could be a pair of shoes. It could be someone's earrings. I take what I see from my environment, and then I put it together, and I create what I.
So seeing both of us now, does that give you an idea?
Actually, yes. Yeah, because when I walked in, I liked the lace on your blouse and mixed with the chiffon.
Thank you.
And I liked the way that blended together. That has stuck with me, so I might do something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
And what will you call it? Tunbosun style?
I will call it the TG.
Oh,
Tunbosun Gilbert.
I like that.
TG. So look out for it. TG.
And I'm looking forward to that.
You will. I'm sure you'll remind me. You'll remind me. Kiki, remember that?
Okay.
Oh yeah, Kiki. We know that you have a diplomatic background, sort of. You started fashion very early with your twin sister as well.
Yeah.
Not many people know you have a twin sister. Is she
I have a twin.
Is she into the line of fashion?
Oh no, very different, very like polar opposites. She studied mathematics and she's an actuary. So they assess risk for insurance companies, and so it's heavy on the number crunching. So nothing to do with my creative field.
Nothing.
So, but she and I are very, very close. We're one, literally.
Most of the questions we'll be asking you today will be relating to fashion.
Okay.
But before we get there, I told you earlier on that you should...
You told...
Yeah,
There's no proof of that. You told me, really? Okay.
The cameraman were actually recording.
No, no, there's no proof. Delete. Press the delete button.
So you're welcome to the fast and quick segment.
Okay.
You can only give one word to the answers. I mean,
not
one
two,
answer.
Not 2 words.
Okay, maybe 2.
2.5. Okay.
Are you ready?
Why are you being lenient?
Let's
be nice. It's my first time after a long
make
time.
something in
TG. Exactly. So you better earn your stripes, honey. Okay.
Favorite food?
Okay. Sushi.
Favorite hobby?
We're sleeping because I never get enough of it. Look at the bags under my eyes.
Favorite color?
Red.
Your first boyfriend's name?
Oh Lord, Michael. Oh my gosh, Michael.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you sure? Yes. It wasn't Ivan, not the swan.
No, sorry, it was Alain. Sorry, it was Alain. Alain. Wow. You're taking me back a couple of, yeah.
It's like...
when you don't use your brain and I'm talking to you and you're not thinking before you speak, that's a problem for me.
Have I done that
Not
today?
yet.
Not yet. No. I wouldn't even disappoint you. Believe me.
Think before you speak, always.
Like, what do you like?
I love honesty.
No.
I'm a very open person, and I need that in return. Trust is key. I'm without trust in any relationship, whether it's a sibling or a friend or at work, is nothing.
Okay. How old are you?
I can't remember.
Like, seriously?
Like, really?
You're making me now want to, I mean, your dislike has been transferred to me.
Promo you on, honey.
Before we talk.
And I just thought, I cannot remember.
I can't remember.
I know I'm not 40.
Okay.
But in a few years I will be.
Okay.
I'm not 32, so I'm in between 32 and 40.
Oh, okay.
So pick a number.
Okay.
All right, no problem.
You know, there's this thing I read in the newspaper. You said...
You read? You know how to read? Oh my gosh.
Yes, I do.
Wow.
For people like you, we need to read so that we can think before we talk.
Yeah, makes sense.
Definitely.
Okay, you said, I don't see myself as a wife.
What's that?
What about that? You said it,
What's
not
a wife?
me.
I don't like the husband and wife, the stereotypical roles. It's it's so heavy. It's a burden, and so many people, once they get married, they turn into husband and wife, and they are miserable. For me, and those fundamental traditional roles. It's not. It doesn't work, and for me, it's important that you have a shared vision. And that you have to have a lot of common values, and above all, friendship. You know, and these should not be dependent on you being husband and wife, but it's essential. You know, and for me, I'm not a wife, not a husband. For instance, we go out on dates and we do a lot together, and it's rare for him to go off with his friends. Why? Because I'm there, and for me, I do things with him, and we go as a group. It's just. It's more fun, and it's and something I learned the Obamas, they have date night, and so as busy as they are in their schedule, and they take time out to be a couple. We all have no excuses. So we have date night several times a week, and it just keeps it fun. And he's my best friend. I'm his best friend.
Fantastic.
And you married for how long?
4 years and 2 months.
I'm counting on.
Yeah, I guess we're counting.
Good.
So far, so good. No complaints.
No complaints.
Well, some complaints, but you know.
Nothing major yet. All right, fantastic. You know, you were at Harvard.
I was. Oh, I totally forgot. Oh my gosh.
Are you thinking?
Come on.
Are you thinking?
I'm thinking before I speak.
Oh yeah. So how was living your role at the neurosurgic education program? How was living your role to pursue your fashion?
See, when you have a passion for something, it doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter the amount of money you're making.
Yeah.
It's not what you're meant to do. And so I loved working. I loved being at Harvard and working in neurosurgery. I traveled around the world. I met the best and the brightest minds from the world over. But yet I wasn't fulfilled.
Okay.
And so one day I was putting together a conference and it was snowing outside and it was supposed to start at 8. It was 8:30 and it wasn't filled up the hall. And so I called my boss and I said, listen, I can't do this anymore. I said, I can't. And he said, fine, just relax. And I take the day off and come back on Monday. Let's talk about it. I said, I can't do it. And so I left a few months later and moved to New York, and the rest is history. And even on my worst day, and there are many worse days, I don't regret that I'm now a fashion designer, because it's what I was meant to be. It's what I was born to do. And I'm doing it. I'm so blessed.
Okay, so you travel widely. You've been to about, what, 50 countries are there about?
56 now.
56 now,
Yeah,
fantastic.
should I count for you? Okay, this first one is...
So, all of these different cultures, traditions, how has it influenced your production line?
It's influenced my creative process, because I can't think straight, because I've seen so much, and especially in the Far East and South Asia, there's so much colors. There are bright blues and bright greens and oranges and yellows, and I love to incorporate a lot of color into what I do. And I think I get that from that part of the world. And from my time I've spent in Tokyo, Japan, I think I like the structure. I don't like to work too much with symmetry. Yeah. I definitely am influenced, and I love the fact that the people in Nigeria are so fashionable, and they're as fashionable as those in Western Europe, especially in Milan. So those in Lagos and Abuja, it's all the same, and they push and they always push themselves and push the envelope to keep doing more and more and more. It's excessive sometimes, but it's fun.
Okay. So what is your dream client?
My dream client, I would love to dress Beyonce. I would love to dress Angelina Jolie. Okay. Their styles are very different, but because they're such strong, beautiful women, and I think they embody my typical woman, who's strong and confident and stunning. And even if you're not strong and confident and stunning, so when you put on one of my pieces, you will feel strong, confident, and stunning. And for me, it's important. It's so the way you feel once you put my clothes on is really important. And I've heard clients call me and say, Kiki, so beautiful, thank you so much. And that moves me to tears, because it's moved them from being a shy, quiet person to this diva, and it's just by what she's wearing. So it's key.
I mean, we were just seeing your designs.
Yeah.
I mean,
Really? Where?
Very beautiful.
I don't see them.
We actually were,
Well, you didn't tell me. I was all focusing on you to look there.
You have very beautiful designs.
Yeah.
Your very first runway project, how was it like?
Gosh, I can't remember it. I've done so many. Wow, I don't remember. I'm really sorry. I cannot remember the first show that I did with my label, because I used to be a runway model.
Yeah.
And so I've done it from behind the scenes. But for mine, I think it was amazing. It was scary because my name was on the line, but it was an amazing experience. And I'm glad it was over, because I was so scared. But it was fantastic.
Okay, we'll still come back to you, but we need to go for this very short break now. And when we come back, we still have Kiki Kamanu with us. Stay with us. New Day, voice of the new generation.
Thank you.